made a game system that was officially licensed by Capcom, Data East, Ireme, and Technos. This guy right here, the Super Retro-Cade from Retrobit. Does it hold up to the standards that I love in video games? Let's find out. How are you feeling? You got John Riggs here. I love showing off new technology like this. I love video games new and old, and if tech and video games are your thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you would like to, you can even click that bell icon for first alerts so you don't miss out on any new videos. All right, the elephant in the room. Let's talk about this for a moment. Now, this came out about this time last year, and although a lot of the reviews were very, very negative, I actually liked it for what it was. I wanted it for a few games that were on here, and it played those games just fine for me. That, and it came with 2 awesome controllers with super long cords. Now, you gotta remember, this thing was like a year ago, right? So forget everything you ever knew about this. Forget everything you ever knew about this. Because this is the new sweetness, man. So yeah, in a lot of ways, it's kind of similar to this. But this way, they super stepped it up with something like this, and the games on here are gonna have to be golden, man. What I love about this box, too, it has a little opening. So it shows you a lot more games to look forward to. Ain't that cool? Now you're like, oh man, another unboxing video. Well, let's see what this one's all about. My wrist is why I'll never be a waiter. All right, so you got not 1, but 2 controllers. Holy moly. I can't even stretch it all the way out. Super long cords. You don't need wireless when you got something like this. And I'll be honest with you, I'm so old school, I still gotta play with wired controllers. This looks like a proprietary mold and looks very cool. Awesome, I dig it. You got 2 of them. Comes with an HDMI cord just in case you need one. And here's the sweetness right here. This is what it's all about. Seems a lot like, and is shaped a lot like, the previous console. On the back here, you have those, you have the HDMI, and then you have the SD card slot. Now, on the last system, the SD card slot was just for saving games, but there is a lot of talk. They're talking about maybe having some DLC later on in the future, as in new games that you can legally get and put on here to make this thing even better. We are going to pop it in. We'll check out a couple of games, not all of them. We'll do all of them in another video, but we'll check out a few games that I'm really interested in playing. Dragon Breed is on this, all right? I gotta play some Dragon Breed. And I'll play the other games that are on here too, but let's see what all is on here, okay? Although it does come with an HDMI cord, I'm actually going to play this using these. It does not come with these. You probably already have some somewhere. You probably already have an HDMI cord somewhere. You probably already have these somewhere too. Does not include these, so if you're going to play it this way, you got to do it. I know most people are going to play with the HDMI. I'm going to check these out. And while I'm plugging this in, interesting to point out that I plan on playing this a whole lot on my new Twitch channel. So if you haven't done so yet, you can follow me on Twitch. I stream on YouTube sometimes too, but I'm really trying to push Twitch. So make sure you follow me on Twitch, all right? Link is in the description, yeah. And with the flash of the logo, it means we are off to the races. Here we go. Cool to see, kind of app style. Everything's laid out there. You'll notice like some multiple titles. Like here's Bad Dudes. Here's Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Well, when you look at that, this is the NES version. This is the arcade version. We'll go over some other things on here too. Oh, dude, such a great shooter. Love this game. I'm definitely gonna play some of that too. Cool to see. Then you have like Double Dragon. This is the arcade Double Dragon, not the Nintendo Double Dragon. The good Double Dragon. Looking for a hidden gem right there. Boogie Wings. So great. Some games like Cobra Command. Now, I love the NES Cobra Command. This is the arcade Cobra Command. And it's not all arcade. There's the NES. Here's, Final Fight, 2 and 3, which is, for Super Nintendo. You got Ghouls and Ghosts. A lot of awesomeness on here. Mercs. You have Mercs, the arcade. Now, if you remember on the other system, Mercs, the Genesis version, didn't play that great. This one, it's right on the money, man. So I'm going to show you some of these too. Oh, Super Burger Time. I love it. I love it. All right. Look at this. X Multiply. All right. Wizard Fire. Great game there. And look at this. Even extra games. 3 Wonders. That's 3 games in 1. Super Dodgeball. This is the arcade Super Dodgeball. Looking for a great beat 'em up? Combat Tribes. Love the Combat Tribes. All right. Enough looking around. Let me go back up to the top of the list here. We have 1942. 10-yard fight. And we're gonna play something like let's do Air Duel, for instance. So I'm gonna hit A to OK. Gives me a little bit about the button configuration. Press start, shoot, special. All right, sounds good to me. Start the game. You can also load save state and all that. Alright. Wait, what? Did I hit the wrong button? Start game. Okay. Okay, I hit the wrong button. Alright, now this is stretched out. And this looks pretty good. That is interesting. Let's get right to the game here. I'll press start. So you hit the, what would be the select button? There's your coin button. Unlimited coins. Oh, look at that. Look how many quarters I have, Mom. Look at how many quarters. Oh my goodness. I wasted all my quarters, Mom. All my lunch money on this game. Alright, we'll go with the we'll go with this guy here. That's like, looks pretty awesome. There we go. Come on, buddy. Now, if you're familiar with this game, now, if you're not familiar with this game, looks pretty good, right? You know, I think so anyway. I'll fly around, shoot games. I love games like this. I'll hit my special. Oh, that's pretty cool. There you go. Get the twin shooter there. All right. Now, here's the thing, though. Oh. You have to hold start, hit select. You have the options here. Button mapping, game volume, if you'd like to raise it or lower it. Restore game defaults. You can go back to the main menu. Play some more games here. What they don't have from this menu, I kind of wish they did, but that's okay, is the option to, on the game you hit select, and on any of these games you hit select, you go down to video. The default is full screen. If you're an arcade purist, and I'm not a purist, but I don't like it stretched out too much, you go to original size, right? So full screen, original size. You have to select on original size. I might suggest going through all the arcade games and starting with original size, just because arcade games aren't built for widescreen, you know what I mean? So after you do that, you just back up, hit A to go back in there, hit A again. So that's the way it should look. And yes, it gives you the borders on the side, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. And you're still going to get the same game. So. Oh, actually this one. I might like this chopper a little bit better. But then also, when you notice, you go to full screen, the emulation looks a little bit off, doesn't it? A little. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not saying that it's terrible. But it looks just a little bit, you know. But it's totally playable. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm going to go back to the main menu here. We're going to check out some other games while we're at it. Oh, what's good, buddy? Bionic Commando, the NES Bionic Commando, 2 different games. Got Burger Time, Super Burger Time, Boogie Wings, great game. And go back to the Double Dragon. Now again, I want to play with the original size Double Dragon. And let me show you this while I'm at it too. If you hit the X button, that's the filter. The filter isn't just by, you know, genre. Or, I mean, just by like what system or by publisher. But you can also do like, you know, I just want to see the shoot 'em ups. I just want to see the sports games, beat 'em ups. You know, like I want to do, like it's one or the other. So I'm gonna do like just the arcade games. I got it for just the arcade games. Here's just the arcade games. 1942, 1943, Air Duel. You know, I have the NES games. I have the Genesis games. But if you want to see what NES games they have, here you go. You know, cool. Some games like Buggy Popper, you know, Holy Diver, Hammer and Harry, these never came out in America. Mega Man 2 and 3, sure. Look at this. Kid Nicky 2, great game. Kid Nicky 2, love that one. You know, then you're like, oh, what Super Nintendo games do you have? Wow, you know, some great Super Nintendo games. Fighter's History, there you go. Magical Drop, there you go. You know, R-Type 3, hey, this whole system, this Super Retro-Cade, already paid for itself just by having R-Type 3 on here. You know what I mean? Super R-Type as well. And then what do you got? What else you got? Genesis? Well, so far there's only one Genesis game. But you know what? Let's check it out for a second. Because this was one of those games that was like, oh, man, I don't know. Like when you saw this game on the other system, it was, let's be honest, it was unplayable. This one, however, happy to report, because I did check this out already. Yeah, this is a lot better. You know what I mean? Especially compared to the other one. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But then it's cool because it's like, well, you know, if you're used to the Genesis version, that's the defining one for you. Perfect, it's on here. If you want to play the arcade version to see what that's like, that's on here too. You can compare both and choose the one you want to play both. All right, I'll go back to the arcade. I want some Double Dragon in my life. You actually have to go through the the arcade setup here. All right. Right in the gut. Pick her up. I see London, I see France. All right. There we go, Double Dragon. This is the Double Dragon. I remember playing this game in the Red Robin arcade in the back. There we go, some of that. All right, I'm going to show you how to drive the car and run over everyone. No, I'm just kidding. You can't do that. That was a rumor when I was growing up, though. And because I'm playing this on a controller and not in the arcade, you know, the button mapping is a little bit off for me. Like right now, the X button is punch, the B button is kick, A is jump. It's like I want to have, you know, maybe I want to have the Y button be punch or kick, you know, or something. And you can do that with the button mapping very easily, in fact. Let me just hop in a couple extra quarters here just in case. But you go to button mapping. Oh, perfect. I want to choose, you know, right now my X button. I want my X button to be the Y button. Can we do that? Oh, get back here. Please select player 1 or player 2. Oh, I will select player 1. Perfect. Okay, I want the X button to be the Y button. And you press the A button, and then you choose which one. X. Perfect. Apply. Right back into the game. There we go. And now I'm hitting the Y button instead of the X button. That's exactly what I want. Yeah, that's perfect. I can get down with that for sure. And you're good to go. All right. Back to the main menu. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, I'll keep it stretch screen for a moment. Dude, I'm telling you. When I saw this was one of the featured games on here, I was like, oh, baby. Such a great game. If you're not familiar with it, you'll check it out here. It's a shooter. It's a vertical, or horizontal shooter, rather, but you're riding a dragon. I just thought it was the coolest concept when I was a kid. I think it's a cool concept now that I'm 40. What am I talking about? So, you tap your button like this. It's a little R-type-ish. You know, it's an IREM shooter. You tap your shoot button, but when you hold it down, then you build up his kind of dragon breath kind of thing. Now he has, like, you know, fire-breathing powers. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm cool with that, too. And again, this is just through the AV cables. Imagine what this looks like on an HD, you know, when you're doing through the HDMI. You know, imagine what that can do there. We got Cackle Cubicle. Did you know, this is one of those did you know moments, did you know there was an arcade version of Cackle Cubicle? It's one of my favorite NES puzzle games. I never knew. Honestly, I didn't know that there was an arcade version of Cackle Cubicle. Round selection? Sure. It's the same game. You know, it's the same idea. It's like you're shooting snow cones. Oh, jeez. Wow, seriously? It was my favorite game until I lost immediately. Dream? What? That's insane. Alright, well, let's check out one more game while we're here, just to say we did. What's good? Oh, baby. Super Dodgeball. There's another game I played at my Red Robin arcade. I ate at Red Robin about a handful of times growing up. Really? I hit the wrong button. Oh, jeez. I really hit the wrong button. All right. Ugh. Come on, I want to get one. There we go. Right in his face. Ah, you know what I mean. So here you have it. The Super Retro-Cade, available at CastlemaniaGames.com. In fact, if you use the code RIGGS10, you'll save 10% off. So go to, I would suggest, you can get it in other places too, but I would suggest going to CastlemaniaGames.com, link in the description below, use the code RIGGS10, and save 10% on this bad boy. There's a lot more games to look at, over 90 of them, and maybe with DLC here in the near future. I think it's pretty sweet. What do you think, Lily? What do you see on this game that you maybe want to play? What do we have over here?
Oh, you could do that.
Yes, you can. You got things like Karate Champ. Karate Champ, you know what? And I'll tell you too, Karate Champ plays a little bit interesting using a controller instead of 2 joysticks, but I was able to play it pretty decently. These are just like words. What do you see? Do you recognize Burger Time? All right, so maybe.
No.
All right, so maybe Burger Time for Lily and video game time for Daddy. So, all right, here it is. Again, Super Retro-Cade from Retrobit, available. CastlemaniaGames.com. RIGGS10, 10% off. Thank you for watching. More videos on the way. Thank you much. And Lily, close it out.
Please like and subscribe our video and leave a comment down below what we should do next.